Alright, so the worldwide download celebration countdown has officially begun, and we got a couple of things that came out regarding the worldwide celebration. Let's just go ahead, hop right into it. Very, very exciting times for everyone. Actually, I should go to the global Dokkan information since it's all actually translated for us already here. Here is the worldwide celebration campaign here. So, Sony events and other events are held to celebrate the Road campaign will become available. Participate in the countdown events and enjoy Dokkan Battle. Log into the game, post on social media, and complete daily missions to get up to 28 tickets. Use them to summon on the Dual Dokkan Festival. We'll talk about later. The harvesting and the ultimate red zone are not available. We'll talk about red zone, but man, red zone has some difficult stages actually, funny enough. So we have the countdown login bonus. So every day we're able to get a couple of stones tickets. In total, we're going to be getting 14 tickets and 10 dragon stones. These tickets will be able to be used on the worldwide celebration ticket banner that's actually out currently. You could also get this right here. This is just by logging in, clearing a stage once, and then pressing the social media button that's going to be on the home screen. There'll be like a special campaign button for you to press, and then you're able to get a ticket. So you're able to get even extra tickets on top of that. Like it says, you'll be able to get a total of 28 tickets. So you definitely want to do that. Just free summons, right, on the banners. And these are the banners right here, right? So we actually do have them in game, the banners. Actually, I want to check the JP version of the banners as well, just in case the unfeatured units may be different. So let's see here. So if we take a look at the banners again, yeah, it makes sense. It goes all the way up to Tech Pan. So every single Dokkan Festival unit, all the way up to Tech Pan, right? Even like all these very, very old units that are there, you're able to go ahead and grab, which is pretty cool, right? Being able to get these units here. Now, unfeatured, yeah, okay, see, there is a difference between JP and global unfeatured units, because global only has up to the anniversary units, essentially. Well, I guess, technically, if we're going, like, JP release order, it's up to, I guess, the Golden Week units, is that it? Well, as JP also has, yeah, the Golden Week units, JP has the Turles banner units and Baby. They did not put the STR Gohan on there, which I guess makes sense, because STR Gohan, obviously, is still featured on the Trunks banner until the end of the month, so I guess it makes sense to say that they actually want to return him on there, which is perfectly fine with me. Okay, so that's good. I guess JP does have those extra units technically, but yeah, later on we'll get the Memorial Stones. We don't have the exact like dates that like you can get the Memorial Stones for, but later today, technically, I'll have a video out discussing the how exactly the Memorial Stones may work if we do get the announcement, because I do want the exact dates so that, you know, we can have a, like, just to let you know, like, okay, these are the dates that you'll be able to kind of calculate on how many stones you may be able to get for the celebration, right? But other than that, the banners are the exact same. If I'm taking a look at just at the top units, so banner A, and then banner B, I mean, I can't really say if one's better than the other. I mean, Tech Trunks. Okay, so we have, yeah, wait, okay. I think so far, solely by the EZAs, banner A, I think this is banner A with the Goku, looks better. Because yeah, Blue Kaioken, Piccolo, Beerus is good. Gogeta Blue is still good. I like 17 a lot. And like those EZAs are good even right now, I would say. And then the Tech Androids are still useful right now. Ginyu is actually still relatively useful right now as well. But if we take a look here, I mean, yeah, I would say Pikkon is useful. We'll see what Zamasu, I mean, we'll see what these two EZs could potentially look like. I assume they're going to EZA, same with Tech Trunks here. But like, you know, like Full Power Super Saiyan 4, Dragon Ball Super Broly, Transform Vegeta, I don't think they're as good as some of these units on here, so that's that for those banners. Maybe I'll make a separate video. Let me know if you want me to like look in depth in the banners and make a separate video on that and like give a guidance like, okay, which banner is best to summon on. Probably we'll do that actually, just because we can go more in depth about the banners maybe, but maybe not. The steps, returning campaigns, right? So this is the login bonus, right? You're able to get different lucks depending on what you're able to get. You're able to get fantastic rewards, you know, which is the ultra super lucky, and lucky. Lucky gives you 1 stone, super lucky gives you 3, super ultra lucky or whatever gives you 7. It's RNG chance. This does last until the 24th, which is the end of the countdown. Now, the I think best thing about this is that they gave us the new Ultimate Red Zone Future Edition. I wonder if the image is actually going to be able to load here. Can we see the image here? No, the image won't load yet. But this red zone is actually quite cool. I actually did like the stages based on what we have so far. So, formidable foes who ascend in the future will appear. New stages and missions will be added in the future. Keep that in mind. You will bring 1 support item, 5 attempts per day. The only character you cannot take in the fight is Delman, right? You could use Nuke Leads, you could use like a lot of these like Nuke Leads character like Golden Frieza, right? You couldn't use in like the Metal Cooler core stage, but now Golden Frieza you could actually use here in this fight, which is interesting. You may think about it because look, the Cell's only one phase, right? But we'll talk about Cell. I actually think Cell, oh, the global version doesn't have the stats, so I guess I do have to go to the JP version for this. I actually think that Cell is in contention for the hardest fight in the game, which is kind of crazy because I don't think anyone expected Cell to be in contention for the hardest fight in the game. But we'll talk about the androids real quick. So the androids weren't really too tough. 18 doesn't really hit that hard, right? Her super attack can do like almost no damage, which is fine. 17 again, the only thing about these units is that they're quite squishy, so you get to this last phase pretty quickly. They do decent damage, right? They could do, once they raise their super attack on their attack, right? They could do solid damage right there. Super attack chance 18%. That's a relatively like solid super attack chance, I'd say. I think that's a good amount. But yeah, they do raise attack here. They do actually nullify Ki Blast supers, but I feel like you could easily get around that. I didn't really find too many difficulties here. I did actually have to, I think, jump in an extra time, but that's because I got unlucky, I feel like, with the setup I had. But I also had like a lot of units that I really wanted to build up that would be better in like the Omega fight. Like I had these teams centered around Omega fights. Well, this is a lot shorter. Cell definitely is a lot shorter. This Cell fight is very difficult. He hits for 500k basically, turn 1. But he also raises his attack, right? I guess if I bring it up here, there's actually, I calculated the exact attack number. But this guy hits, I believe, for 637k. Yeah, 637k damage on normals once he supers. He only attacks 7 times in the turn, but he's quite tanky. 75 mil HP. That's the same amount of HP that Int Omega actually does have. Now he has way less reduction, but again, this is turn 1. He's hitting you for 500k normals, and if he supers you instantly, right, which has 20% chance, same as Omega, I find it very common that Omega just supers me right away. Even his super attack, it's pretty hard. But then these normals are very devastating. And this guy is relatively tanky. Like I can literally, I'll bring up, again, the Omega fight just as a direct comparison. But this fight is difficult. I think that really you could argue this fight on par with this Omega fight as one of the harder events in the game. For sure, the Cell. Now you want to use like short event units obviously compared to like build up units, but the Cell fight is very tough, very tough. I like this fight a lot. I think this is a good fight. But that's it for the red zones really. I did showcases, like as the kind of like showcase. I did the no item runs for these already. You can check them out. We have the Ultimate Red Zone banner. We actually, I have to look at the news for that, funny enough, because the banner isn't on actual Dokkan info, funny enough, but it is in game. The banner is in game if you get the tickets. Now, these are actually the 5 the featured units. There is Gowasu and Zamasu also there, but yeah, I actually do anticipate this Zamasu, this Trunks, and this Mai, and Gowasu and Zamasu. I think that they all will get sub EZAs. Maybe this Trunks could get a sub EZA in future Gohan does as well. And this banner could actually become quite good. If they all sub EZA, could be interesting options. We also see here all the LRs that are listed. We actually do have Cell Saga LRs on here. So like Int LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. We have Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Tech Super Saiyan Gohan and Goku from the Golden Week of last year. The Cell Saga one, right? Then we have a bunch of the Future Saga ones like Fusion Zamasu's on here you can get for free. Int Goku Black, Super Saiyan Rose, right? Tech Goku Black and Zamasu, right? You can get just for these free tickets, right? Blood Curdling Activation. Who's this LR? Is it the physical LR androids? I assume that's the physical LR androids, right? Yeah, it is the physical LR androids. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Again, they're not featured, obviously, but that's pretty cool over there. Then all these events do actually return, but that is it really. 3-minute stamina, Extreme Z battles are open again. So yeah, that's all we know for the worldwide celebration so far. The countdown celebration, I think it's quite nice, right? Especially because they gave us content for the red zones. That is definitely a big plus from last year. Last year was basically the same, but there's no red zone. So getting the red zone is pretty sick. Though I guess we don't have like the Guru event returning like last year, but I would probably take new content like this over the Guru event, right? Personally me, but thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the countdown celebration. 7 days away from worldwide, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.